So what this form does is, if you can read the top line, application for an enrollment in Medicare Part B. Some people in their
Brian.
initial enrollment period.
Brian, you took it off the screen.
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So some people during their initial enrollment period, they opt out of Part B, right? Which is $170 and some change this year, right? So if they're still in their enrollment period or they're still working and don't want Part B, this is the form that you have to get and fill out and send in to Social Security. Now, the instructions are right here, plain writing on how to do it, okay? Of course, to let you know where you get it is cms.gov. The form is CMS 40B. You have English and Spanish version. And so it's easy to print out, have your customers fill out, and then take it by the Social Security office or mail it in or fax it in if they allow you.
Or, Brian, you can actually do the form online for your clients and submit it online.
Okay, because I was talking to the Medicare people and they told me I couldn't actually do this one online. But
well, it depends. What they say is that they want, if the person has credible coverage, they want the employer to fill out that portion of the form, and then you can still do it online. You just upload the document. But Medicare will also, if they don't left their employment or it was their spouse and they don't have access to get that information, they just fill out the form the best they can and upload it and it's not a big deal. It's actually takes 2 minutes.
Yeah, so like this one here, you can start the application if there's okay, so let's back up just a little bit because I'm going to explain how that works. So this customer that I actually was helping is in their initial enrollment period, and they didn't have credible coverage. They were on disability, and the problem is at the initial talk with Social Security, they said, no, I don't want a Part B premium. So then they called me and said, hey, we changed our mind. Can you come help us, right? So that's where we were with this form here. Now, to what Kim was saying, if you read the instructions here, which we'll get to that in just a few minutes, or I could just go to it now. After you fill out all their information, special messages for individuals, it talks about the IEP or the GEP, working age disability. It talks about all that stuff, but then it talks down here about the other form that you need if you if you have credible coverage. Now I think it's 540, yeah, CMS L 564. Do y'all see that right there? It's the request for employment information. So for the people that are retiring later on and they only have Part A, you fill out that L56 form for credible coverage. Anybody got anything to add to that? It's okay. Talk.
So that 40B form, is that, and then the L whatever you just had, is this all part of it? This is all the paperwork.
Yeah, this is the paperwork, and as Kim said, you can apply for it online. When I was talking to them, they specifically told me this individual could not, because actually what I did was I signed them up for a Social Security.gov account and was going to do everything online. But since he had declined the Part B like 2 weeks ago, they said that he had to actually fill the form out. But I'm probably wrong about that. But I won't. If anybody can help me with that, show me how online, I would really, really appreciate it, because that would be very helpful.
So Brian, I'm a little confused. Is this for someone who, like you said, he just declined it a couple weeks ago? So basically it really hasn't even kicked in yet. What if somebody declined it 5 years ago and now wants to get it? Is that the same thing?
You use the same form, and
Okay.
if they don't have employment information, in
Mhm.
the instructions, it talks about the penalty
Okay.
for for the
For
penalty
not signing up
for
or
not
whatever.
doing it in the first 7 months, because 3 months, 1 month, and then 3 months
Right.
is what you have. But it talks about the penalty. I read it all last night. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. I just wanted to know if somebody decides that now they want to opt back into Part B, we can still do this
Yes,
for them.
yes.
Okay.
This
All
is the
right.
form. This is the form that you're going to use whenever. So like, I'm looking for the actual penalty part because it's in here. I promise you.
I think
read
it's in the general enrollment period part.
right here where the cursor is.
It's,
Yep.
yep, it says the cost will go up 10% for each 12-month period you could have had, but didn't.
Right, exactly. So that's the actual form that you're going to use no matter what. And then if you're doing credible coverage, you go back in, you pull up what is it? Just help me.
CMS L564.
Let's just go back up in here and let's look for it. Five what?
564.
I'm having one of those days, guys. My mind is just foggy. Again, Spanish and English version. And bada boom, bada bing.
And that's if they have credible coverage and they want to stay and what is this one?
Well, it's to prove they got credible coverage, so there's no penalty for like a late
Okay.
penalty.
Okay.
So if they do have credible coverage, they have to fill out both forms, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And then it's not really up to us to determine if it was really credible coverage. They'll determine it. They tell us they had something, we fill it out
Yep.
and let
That's right.
them determine. Okay.
Uh-huh. Excuse me. Hold on one second. I need to get a drink. Down the wrong way.
I always say things that come up, you notice?
So is everybody clear on these forms and why I'm teaching you all about those forms?
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions of why you would use these forms?
So Brian, you may have said it, but you cut out a little bit on my end. I just want to point out that I have a couple of clients who don't have, they're just on original Medicare because they never signed up for anything. And I met with them back in November, and I had to tell them, well, we have to sign you up for your Part B because you never did that. And so now they had to wait for the open enrollment period to sign up for Part B, but that coverage doesn't start until July. I don't know if you mentioned that.
I have not mentioned that yet.
But
That
that's
is
really
awesome.
important. That's really surprising for clients.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was surprising for me when I first found out, wasn't it y'all? That it would take all the way until, was it July or August?
July.
July.
It always takes 7 months.
When they don't apply for their Part B during their initial enrollment period, or they didn't have credible coverage, then they have to wait until that open enrollment period, which takes January to March.
Right, but why is it not
And
effective
then
in
it always
July?
starts in July.
Always effective in July, no matter when they sign up?
Why?
during-
Well, if they miss their initial enrollment period, which is 3 months before their birthday, the month of, and then 3 months after.
And is that true?
I would say when they sign up during OEP, no matter when they sign up during OEP, it's always effective July 1st.
Yeah,
Correct.
no, we're not talking about OEP. We're not talking about OEP at all. What we're talking about is if someone's missed their initial enrollment period.
Right.
Like how, like, okay, so like you apply they apply for Medicare A and B, right? And they get their A, but they don't sign up for their B. And they're outside of their initial enrollment period. That's the period that Kim's talking about, is they have to wait until July 1 for it to be effective.
Is that true? Even if they've been working and they retire or lose their credible coverage, let's say in December, they still have to wait
No.
until July?
No, if they have credible coverage, they can apply for their Part B. The only time they can't apply for their Part B is they'll have a blackout period in December during AEP,
Okay.
which I just learned this AEP because I had a client going through it, and they told him that he had to wait until January, even though he has credible coverage.
Okay, so if you have credible coverage, you could basically do it anytime but December.
Well, if you got credible coverage and you lapse over, is it 60 or 90 days?
No,
Then
it's
you have a
63
problem.
days. It's 63 days. But what I'm saying is, okay, so the person retires. I actually had someone who was going to retire in December, but she ended up not doing it. She doesn't have her Part B. She didn't take it. She's got credible coverage. But so she retires, let's say in January. Now she has 63 days to get her B, but what I'm saying is if she gets it, if I sign her up in January, it should start in February. She doesn't have to wait till July.
She's
Okay.
not past her ICEP.
Because she has credible coverage.
Coverage, exactly.
It's called ICEP at that point, right?
Right. Now, after 63 days, then she's past
Boom.
it. Okay. All right.
You got it. Man, that's impressive, guys. I'm really excited that y'all knew that. Aren't y'all?
Okay, yes.
Don't make me play that video, Danny.
No, don't play that video.
Don't make me play that video. I got it right here, matter of fact.
Oh, I believe you.
He's got to play it, Danny.
Look, I didn't realize that I was going to be a big YouTube star when I did it. I would have dressed better and put my makeup on
Back
better.
off of this.
What was that?
You need to be getting some kickback money off of this then.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
Yeah,
we're trying to make-
how many views do I have? I think after like 1 million. Everybody, you guys just keep watching it. I need to get up to 1 million views.
I'm sorry. What? Okay, hold on. I can't hear you. Do y'all see it? Where's it at?
Oh, they probably took it down.
Whatever. It's probably on Facebook.
I should send you the 52 outtakes that I had to do because
That would be
kept
funny.
messing up.
Oh, there we go.
No,
Yep.
I sound good.
Oh, I can fix that.
I can't hear it.
That's why I sound good.
I know.
Every day in the US, 10,000 people turn 65. That's 10,000 people. It's our job as Medicare agents to educate these people on the benefits and choices they have available. Did you know that many people already enrolled in Medicare have no idea that they may have the opportunity to receive extra benefits while possibly saving money. As a Medicare agent, you have
I'm gonna cut this down a little bit because I don't want to hurt y'all's ears. But now,
Wait a minute. That was kind of rude.
what was rude?
I don't want to hurt your ears by listening to Danny.
No, I put it on the amplifier so we could hear you.
Oh,
I mean, literally, that thing was so loud in here. Didn't y'all not hear that? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that was the next segment of what we're going to talk about. Now, Danny made this video how long ago? We posted it on
August. I don't know. When was it?
August 21st is when we
Yeah.
posted it.
So it was just right before that.
Let's see how many videos everybody else has posted.
We couldn't top Danny.
Yeah, it was great. That's why I didn't make any more either. I mean, really.
Yeah, you got it. You were so sincere and believable and emotional.
I know. I
Yeah.
it had everything. That's what the reviews said.
The idea.
I would start laughing. I couldn't do it. I would mess up so many times.
Oh no, I messed up so many times. It wasn't laughing. I was like profanity coming out of my mouth.
So, Kim, tell me how to get to our YouTube channel.
I'm sorry, Brian, but you're really asking the wrong person. But I do know how to do a search. And
I'm
I'm sorry.
asking the right person.
Gonna
So,
need some help here.
No.
say what?
So if you
Okay.
go to
Website, you can click on the YouTube link at the bottom.
So go to our website, which is show it on the screen, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Into what?
Isn't there a YouTube link at the bottom?
Oh, yeah. Connect with us, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So you click on the YouTube. There's our YouTube channel. If you like it, you could hit subscribe. If you click on the Twitter feed, our Twitter page is really just like CMS. I have it automatic set up for them to post updates from CMS on there. And of course, our Facebook page, y'all are more than welcome to use our page on Facebook. We're going to be using that heavily coming soon. Y'all will understand why soon. But you're more than welcome to create your page, your business page, and link it to the integrity group. I promise you it's going to be very beneficial for you, okay? Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, good. Now, let's go back to our YouTube page. I made a couple of videos this week. Very important things that y'all do like as soon as we get off here. The WellCare EFT. Why is that so important?
So you get paid.
Ta-da! It's just that simple. So if you go to WellCare EFT and you watch that video, it'll walk you exactly how to go to WellCare, ping one, and check all of your stuff, okay? Now, ACA questions. Matthew had some questions about his ACA when he got through with the FFM training. So we made a quick video on that. Y'all might want to check that out, okay?
See, Matthew's a YouTube star too.
Yeah,
So
that's debatable.
y'all need to be YouTube stars. So we covered the CMS forms today so far. We covered YouTube so far. What about branding? Let's talk about branding, guys. What's your brand?
That's a good question. I've been trying to work on that a little bit, but I haven't got that far.
Anybody? Kim?
Well, my brand, so my business name is EV Insurance Solutions, named after my daughter's initials. But my brand really is about simplifying health insurance for people and breaking down their complex situations and helping them manage them easily so that they understand.
So, in other words, what you're really saying is your superpower is to make them understand and make it easy for them so that it's not so complicated.
Correct.
So, kind of what I've been thinking about lately is the branding, and we're going to take this to a whole brand new level that we'll discuss later on. But the idea of us joining together is so that we can use as much technology as we can and make this as easy as possible for us to transition into people's homes that normally would have a hard time understanding or have a hard time with people paying attention to them. My whole goal in this insurance thing is to empower y'all to be professionals and to make the right decisions every single time, not just when it's convenient for you. The idea of us having all these carriers, it's hard. I understand. I want y'all to understand. I understand how hard it is to certify, contract, and just stay atop of all these companies. I do know how hard it is because you know what? I do it myself. And that's so that we can give the seniors the ability to make an educated decision from the best of the carriers, from all the carriers, so that they have the say so. We're just the educators. Does that make sense?
Yes, because that's always my motto. I'm an educator. I'm not a seller, I'm an educator. So yes.
I don't want y'all to be salespeople. You don't have to sell knowledge. All you have to do is give them the knowledge and let them make the decision. When we talk as a group, always, we applaud people for doing great jobs, yes. But I want to applaud each of y'all for the time that you sank in to knowing all these companies, the time that you sank into the knowledge of the medications, the time that you've invested in knowing the extra programs, the food cards, the light bills. What about that little personal thing when they fall? Do y'all know which carriers give those away in their plans? And you can offer to people that can save their lives?
Which ones do, Brian?
Well, most of the C-SNPs, the chronic plans, and the dual plans, and Plan 2 of AARP, and I think WellCare's plan's got their own plan.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Anthem has one too.
And we're going to be working quite a bit with Anthem the next few months. I haven't worked as much with Anthem as I should have, and that's my fault. But I'm excited about that. But those little tiny programs that when y'all understand that GroupMe is for y'all's benefit, right? So y'all can discuss things just like this, and it can help each other. It's for y'all to explore each other's knowledge. It's like Brittany when she finds out something cool, she literally calls me and said, "Hey, did you know?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know that. That's great and that's awesome." But the whole idea with GroupMe is so that everybody can learn what Kathy learns, what Danny learns, what Manny learns. Because when y'all learn together and you learn information, y'all become stronger and stronger and stronger, right? Y'all understand that, right?
Yes.
So when you utilize these tools that we have, come up with new ideas to make it better. right? And implement them. Y'all have that authority. I want y'all to come up with ideas. Love you too,
And-
Manny. I want y'all to come up with ideas to make each other stronger and better. Because I believe in my heart that each one of y'all have the same desire that I have. And that's to help seniors and not hurt them, but to truly help them. We can get up here and do the rah, rah, rah. We made $10,000 today, but that's just like everybody else. What I want to do is rah, rah, rah. We helped 10,000 seniors today. That's what I want. And I think that's what y'all really want, right?
Absolutely.
So think about that, implement that in GroupMe, start talking between yourselves. I have not seen a question in GroupMe in a while. And maybe it's because I'm not looking hard enough, but I haven't seen anybody ask a question in GroupMe in a while. Has there been?
Minimal.
And I've given you a lot to do the last week, right?
Yes.
I haven't seen any questions. Is there something wrong with GroupMe that y'all don't want to use it?
I don't think so, Brian. I think probably if people are like me, you just kind of have a problem, you call somebody instead of you forgetting to reach out there.
So I've been using that other group for the last 3 weeks now, They talk non-stop. Oh my God, they talk non-stop. But let me tell y'all something. I've learned a lot from just listening and watching. Do you hear what I'm saying? I've learned a lot. And it's little things. It's little things that, you might not think of, but I learned a heck of a lot of stuff with them. I've joined several new groups because they talk about things and people that are motivational and have a lot of knowledge. And I don't know about y'all, but knowledge is power. That's what I think. Knowledge is power. And I want all of Kim's knowledge. I want all of Kathy's knowledge. I want all of Danny's knowledge. I want all of Manny's knowledge. I want all of your knowledge at my fingertips. Does that make sense?
This is Marcia.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Marcia? So, give me an idea. Kim, give me an idea. Any idea?
I have an offer for you guys. I'm part of a BNI group where I live, and BNI International has a book club that meets once a month on Wednesdays, and you don't have to be a member to join. So if anybody is interested in talking to other business people, it's just a great way to network and to kind of keep fresh, and they read business books if anybody's interested.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll try to put the link in GroupMe
Cool.
this weekend. Yeah.
Does anybody like when we're talking about stuff, is everybody afraid to talk, afraid to look stupid or something?
I'm never afraid to look stupid. That's why I look stupid so often.
Y'all see, I got the camera on, so I'm never afraid to look stupid, right? Is that what y'all are worried about?
No, I've actually been looking. I looked at that BNI platform here a few weeks back, and that would be great, Kim. I appreciate that.
That's right, teamwork. So the reason I'm asking about that is because I want everyone to start talking, and I want everyone to start helping each other. And it doesn't have to be, major life crushing questions. It's just like if you have something that hiccups you up, it's okay. I get hiccuped up all the time. I promise you. Ask Sonny. Sonny, how many times do I ask you how to computer hack into Danny's computer?
Every day.
I knew you were doing that. Can you please add money to my bank account if you're gonna do it?
Oh God. But y'all, seriously, I mean, I want y'all to talk to each other. I want y'all to have an open forum where it's okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
So I remember here before the beginning of the year, reading about a new regulation where we had to include a form about disposing of medication with our applications.
Uh-huh.
So is that included within each carrier application? Is that something that, because I've done 2 apps since the first of the year, but I haven't noticed that.
Wasn't
in
that
there.
United Healthcare that sent that? I'm trying to remember which one.
Was
sent
it just
It
United?
actually is
Yeah.
all it actually is all the carriers, and you have to. They sent you an email, and you were supposed to save that as a PDF. And when you're given the presentation, you include that in the email when you send the summary of benefits.
Oh,
So that's all we have to do is send it to them. We don't have to have them fill it out, send it back or anything.
Nope.
Okay. I
Your job
swear, I
is
think it only was United Healthcare I got it from, but you might want to check, Marcia, and because you could, if it's the same for all of them, then you can download it just from them.
yeah, that's the idea. Is that's exactly what I did. Was I downloaded the PDF on my iPad and I sent it out with every single one just because what could it hurt? CYA.
Okay.
It's always about CYA. Right?
yep.
Next question. That's a good question, Marcia. John,
Hey, what's up?
give me a question. Give us a question, John.
Oh man, I'm kind of drawing blanks right now. Just
Okay. Well, let me give y'all a question then. So, when you're talking to a T65, what do you think your spill should sound like? Somebody give me their T65 spill.
Well, one of the things I tell them when they're T65 is they're lucky because right now the Medicare world is their oyster and they have everything to choose from. But let's look at first what is going on with them. So I look at what's going on with them health wise, what's been going on with them doctor visit wise, that kind of stuff. And then from there, you can present them with, because you're not making up their mind for them, but if they sound like they're lower income, you could do the LIS. If they sound like they've been going to several doctors in several different areas, you will want to probably talk to them about supplements. So the thing is that I always tell them that everything, the Medicare world is your oyster, meaning you at this time, your health doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on with you anyway else, except for the fact that with Medicare, because you can choose anything, and this is the only time that you can do so. So, and then I let them also know that they may want to take a supplement right now, if they, if it's the right thing for them and all that, because they can always change a supplement, but they can't always get a supplement. So I know you weren't big into supplements, but I am. Even though they don't always pay as much as the other one, it's not about that to me. It's about the person and what's the best for the person. So T65s, I look a lot at supplements with them because they can always let it go. They can't always get it back.
So, Danny, we settled on a plan G.
Mhm.
We also we settled on a PDP for you.
Right.
You're planning on retiring next month, and
Mhm.
when you're retiring, Danny, did you have life insurance at your job?
Right, exactly. Yeah, find out
Let's
because,
role play, come on. Let's
oh,
role-
yeah, oh, yes, I did.
Oh, you did, okay. So are you gonna be able to take that life insurance with you, or?
You know what? I didn't even think about that, but no, I don't think I can.
So while we're doing a quote for the rest of your stuff, let's take a look at that. Now, another question for you, Danny. Now when you had your when you were at work, did you have a dental and a vision plan?
I did.
Okay, so we need to take a look at that too.
Oh, that's not part of my Medicare?
No, it's actually not part of your Medicare, but we can discuss that on your Plan G and your plan. But what we're going to look at right now is we're going to try to find everything that you had when you were working and make sure everything's covered. Okay. Now, Danny, did you have a 401k plan as well at work?
I did.
Okay, so we might want to look at rolling that over as well. Does that sound good to you?
Yes,
And then
yeah,
then you set the appointment, and
right.
then you got their Medicare, their
Yep.
Part D, their life, their dental, their vision, and their annuity.
That's very true. And then you also have to find out if they had anybody else on their health plan.
Mhm.
I had someone who actually didn't retire because her husband needed to stay on her health plan.
Mhm.
So she didn't retire until she finally had to retire.
Where we're going, guys, where we're
Fun.
going is not where we've been. We're going into a full service deal.
Question.
We say we want to be their health insurance agents. We're going to be their insurance agents. We're going to take care of all their needs, not just some, but all. And that's how I want you to think for this new year. I want you to think bigger, better, badder, and a lot bigger. Can y'all do that for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Magic,
Question, Brian.
the
on
magic. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Before you move on to another subject, let's take that same example that Danny was talking about, right? But the little different scenario. Let's say the person is 67, still work, or they're still working, so they never signed up for Medicare.
They never signed up for Part B.
They never signed up for Part B. Sorry. And now that they want to go to Part B, what are the steps that we take as agents? Because I've never done that before, but I might have a situation coming up like this.
So
But what are
stop.
the steps I could take to help them?
So stop.
Yeah.
Think for a second. Now you answer it. What's the very first thing you do?
Tell them they need Part B active.
So that's good. So what do you fill out?
The 40B form.
I'm letting him figure it out, Marcia.
Gosh, okay. Not saying anything else then.
Hey, thanks, Marcia. I had no idea this form existed.
Oh, this is.
I didn't think you were there at the beginning of the meeting.
I'm sorry, John. I thought you were here. I'm sorry, John. So the first part of the meeting, we went over this very, 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 very same exact scenario. We went over exactly what you do when someone doesn't have Part B. And I will get this to you. The copy, it'll be on YouTube this afternoon. Okay.
Cool. How long does it typically take? Sorry if you guys went over this information, but let's say we fill out that form, turn it in.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it typically?
30 to 45 days is what the average turnaround time.
Okay.
Now, as long as they got credible coverage, okay. Now, if they're just now retiring, that's their ICEP, they have to fill out this form as well. The employer does.
And don't wait till they retire, John, because you have only 63 days in actuality to do it. So don't wait till they're retired. Wait till now when she's talking about it and she knows she's going to.
Sounds good.
So I have another question, and I don't want to sound stupid, but I probably will. If someone's turning 65 and say they want to go with the supplement, do they have to take a physical for their initial enrollment into a supplement?
Nope. That's why when they first turn 65 or first get Part B, the supplement is a really good bet for them because there is no health questions. Once they, go ahead, Brian,
How long does that last?
the 63 days.
I am just illustrating the 63 days. That's
So that's only good for 63 days. If they wait past the 63 days, then they have to have the physical to get the supplement.
Not a physical, there's health questions.
Just health questions. Okay.
Right.
But if somebody's been battling cancer or something like that, they probably want to go ahead and do it before the 63 days expires.
Yeah, they should get it right when they get there because see, the 63 days is how that long they have to get their Part B.
Okay.
So if they wait past the 63 days to get their Part B, they're going to have that longer wait to get their Part B, and they're going to be penalized. So once they get the Part B in the 63 days, then I believe that they do have the guaranteed issue for the first 12 months for the supplement. So if they can get a supplement for the 12 months, but they have
As long as they have their Part B, they don't get the penalty. They can apply for a supplement at
Right.
any time in the year. The first 12 months, it's guaranteed issue.
But it's so important to remember those 63 days, because if they don't do anything within those 63 days, they don't get their Part B, now they're penalized, and they have to wait the time frame that Kim was saying.
So it's 12 months after they get their Part B.
But it's never a physical, Brittany, I think you asked that, right? It's never a physical, it's questions, health questions. So
So
if
is
someone
that-
has cancer, they're not going to be able to get it after the guaranteed issue stage.
So what you're saying is after 12 months, after they attain their Part B, it's not guaranteed issue, but it is guaranteed issue in that first 12 months. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, right, Tia, that's what you said, right?
Yes, the first 12 months, it's guaranteed issue.
Thank you.
So again, remember that they could take the, during that time, they could take a supplement. After that, they may never be able to get it. So that's why it's kind of important to look at them at that time, especially for someone who may have cancer.
So what's the guaranteed issue period for Medicare Advantage?
I thought that it was always, I don't think that there was health questions for Medicare Advantage. The health questions come with the HRA that you don't have to fill out if you don't want to get paid, but yeah.
Well, as of what this year, or last year, the end-stage renal disease was taken off. So yes, you're right. That was a curveball. I just want to see if anybody missed it.
It seems like, oh, never mind. I was going to say something, but now it sounds dirty in my head. So never mind.
Imagine that. So, John, what else have you got, man? That was a great question.
Hey, Brian, I just wanted to kind of ask about people that qualify for Medicare early because of a disability. How does that play into all this? They just go on the original Medicare, not a supplement, or what happens there? Like somebody that has, I know somebody that has cancer has to collect Social Security for 24 months, but then they go in original Medicare, and can they get a MAPD if they want?
Mhm.
can they get a supplement? Or they have to
Uh,
qualify?
No, you have to be 60. Okay, you can get a supplement under 65, but it's really expensive. So it becomes cheaper at 65.
the,
Oh,
the,
go ahead.
the truth about people that are on disability early, usually they are Medicaid as well.
Right.
So they're limited on finances really. So usually what you're going to do is you're going to put them on a dual SNP plan.
Okay. Thank you.
Brittany, what you got?
You talking to me? I don't have any questions right now. Well, we have more than one Brittany.
Huh?
I said we have more than one Brittany, do we not?
Not in the room?
Oh, well, I hadn't paid attention to the yet. I got my 4-year-old too, so.
Okay, so Brian, I have one. So I have somebody who wants, well, actually, she dropped her Part D like 5 years ago. She had some sort of weird Walgreens discount thing that they were giving her discounts even cheaper probably than Part D. She's 72 and they were doing it with a bunch of people. It ended this year. She didn't have Part D. And so I was, talking to her about Part D and everything. I applied for LIS, but let's just say that aside. Let's use the SEP aside, okay? So now, when can I technically get her the PDP?
When can you technically get the PDP?
Mhm.
During like, if she has no credible coverage.
Right, she had that. I don't think that you can consider that Walgreens thing a credible coverage. I don't even really know what it was.
No, it's probably just like a discount program.
Mhm.
I'm learning about something called Lennet. Have y'all heard about that before?
Lennet?
Yeah, through Humana.
Oh,
I've got to do some reading on that tonight, but that's going to be some big stuff for y'all, for clients that's got like medications that they can't afford. It's a special program to help them get extra money.
that's
And
good.
I think it's really going to help some of our clients. But so she doesn't have a PDP.
Right.
And what's the date? Today?
Yeah, let's say today. I talked to her yesterday. Let's say today.
Okay. Anybody want to field that one?
Doesn't she have to wait till October 15th since it's gonna be a new PDP plan?
That's your answer?
Sure.
Anybody else?
Well, I have a question on top of that question because I never thought about it before. But can you sign up for a PDP during a special election period?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go for and see what they did.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, if you could wing it
Never
that
tried
way.
it before, to be honest. I never have tried that before.
Annie, honestly, you need to look at that situation the way that we spoke about it yesterday.
Right.
You need to look at the MAPD for her first under the SEP for the drought, which is going to give her the PDP. She is going to probably have the penalty, but it's cheaper and easier for her to cover the 20% gap.
Yeah, because see, the
Then leave it over.
MAPDs in her area cost money. There's no free ones.
But I mean, so follow her on this, okay?
Mhm.
'Cause that's a great plan. I mean, what I would do is that same thing, and then of course, what you said, apply for the LIS SEP, so
Yeah,
the
which I
penalty
did.
is wiped out.
Right.
And then if you get the penalty wiped out, then you drop the MAPD. You get on the next enrollment period, you get the PDP, and do whatever you want to do.
Okay, so
That's
yeah,
what
'cause I was gonna look into that because Tia did say that yesterday. It does cost. There is a premium for her. She's in one of those areas that have like 2 MAPD plans to choose from, and she's in Utah.
Mhm.
So I am gonna look at that and see. I don't know if she's fixed with her doctors or not, so we have to look into that option and see all that. But I could go that route because I was telling her about that, so I don't know. But if, let's say she doesn't want to do it, absolutely doesn't want to do the MAPD, I'll apply the PDP under the FEMA or whatever the thing is that we have now. Because I think there's one for Utah.
Well, we need to double check. I don't even,
Right.
but we're not in Utah.
I'm in Utah. It gave me under Sunfire, it gave me that one. I told you, it gave me one under Sunfire, which
Okay,
must mean that you're in Utah too.
maybe, I don't know.
Because Sunfire wouldn't bring me up anything if you weren't, right? Well, it brought me up one.
Was it Humana?
You know what? I don't remember, but it was one of those United Humana. It was one of those.
Probably Humana.
So I figured if it brought it up, you were in it. I mean, why would Sunfire
Okay,
give it to me?
I'm not really worried about it, but it's okay. This is great conversation, guys. I hope y'all understand that this is what I love to hear, because this is us coming up with ideas, throwing at each other in problem solving. That's what this is about. And I appreciate y'all taking the time to spend a little bit of time with me and talking about stuff like this. I hope that y'all take this to group me, and I hope that y'all actually this week start using it. OEP has started, guys. I know that the contracts have been a little bit slow coming through. Heck, my Aetna contract just got done yesterday. So y'all's contracts are already processing underneath that. Kim, I think I sent yours out to you. Virginia, yours got approved last night. But the fact is, it doesn't matter if we got them switched or not. OEP is here. Y'all need to treat it like what it is, gold. You have only a limited amount of time. You do. You only have a limited amount of time for OEP. Now, what does that mean? That means that you talk to people, you help people. There's going to be people out there that starts talking to you about what you do, but they won't talk to you about what you do unless you tell them what you do. Y'all understand that, right? Nobody's going to seek you out unless you tell them what you do. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, tell everybody what you are. And that's an insurance agent that helps people. Right? Sonny, that's what you do, right?
Yep.
Danny, that's what you do, right?
Yep.
Jessica,
Yeah.
what do you do?
I help people.
That's what we do for a living. That's what I do for fun. I help people. John, how many people you tell this week what you do?
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I've told 3 people this week.
Okay, so it's Friday. You need to tell 3 people on the calendar.
But I told my my movers.
Okay, brother.
Yeah, those are the only strangers that I've ran across this week. I've been indoors.
How many of y'all watch me in the mornings? Honestly,
What's that?
how many of y'all watch me in the mornings?
Sometimes I do.
Yep.
So how many people you think I'm telling what I do for a living? How many
Anybody?
how
The
many of
inkling.
y'all went to lunch with me?
Yep.
Oh,
Danny,
I'm sorry.
I
Was
said,
I
how many
talking?
people went to lunch with me?
Oh my God. You mean like we're not there, but we're in the car with you?
Not just that, but when we were in California, we went to dinner. How many people did we really just talk to and tell what we did? How many
Oh,
people?
you did everybody, every waitress, every waiter, every,
Uh-huh.
you tried to tell everybody that drove by, but you know, they all ignored you.
That's okay. I don't care if people ignore me. Do you know why? Y'all aren't. You feel me? That's what we do. We tell people who we are and what we do. And either they take our hand and they follow us, or they just keep on going about their business. But if you just get one person to reach out and take your hand and say, help me, please, they're going to be your biggest cheerleaders. Y'all understand that, right?
Yep.
You know how many of you came to me and tell me thank you all the time about things I do for you?
Probably a lot.
I mean,
I
seriously.
know I do. I do.
And I want you to think about who you tell about what I do, right? I want you to really think about who do you tell what I really do, you know? And then I want you to multiply that times 42. Not 47, Danny. That's how I want you, if that's when people talk about you, that's how I want people to talk about you. About the good things that you do, about how you help someone, about like how Brittany tells me and gets so excited when she goes into a facility and they all start talking about her. That's what I want y'all to do. That's when you know that you're doing the right thing. Working isn't all this contract bullcrap that we're having to do. That's not work. You know what that's called? That's a cost of doing business. Does that make sense? Cost of doing business. That's time. Work actually is you putting effort forward to telling people what you do and how you do it. And I promise you, if you take what you do and how you do it and you give it to people, they will reciprocate with you. And after a little bit of time of doing that, people are going to be calling you saying, hey, I need your help. So-and-so's mama needs you. John, I need your help. I've got a whole crew over here that don't have health insurance. Can you help me? You follow what I'm saying? If y'all don't
Yeah.
see, y'all don't see that dream, if y'all don't see that reality, then maybe you need to think about it a little bit harder how to put those dreams that you got in your head of being an independent contractor and being self-sufficient. You need to figure out how you're going to get there. I can tell you till you're blue in the face. I can tell you that leads are just fake things that you have to believe in. What a real lead is you telling someone what you do and starting from your location and building out from where you are. That's how you build a strong foundation in whatever you're doing, whether it's ACA, whether it's life insurance, whether it's Medicare, whether it's annuities, whether or not it's whatever you're trying to build. I'm trying to build something with each and every one of you, right?
Right.
But I can't do it without you putting forth your effort. Now, understand what I said, your effort.
Yeah, that is very true.
I promise you, I can be blamed for a lot of stuff, but I'll tell you one thing. If you call me at 2 a.m. and say, Brian, I need you, I might be a little bit groggy because I'm ready to go to bed, but I'm gonna sit on the phone until you don't need me anymore. Y'all understand that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And all you have to do is put in the work for your business, right? I promise you, I'll give you all the support I can. Look, here we are right now on a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock talking about things to make it easier on each other, right? We have GroupMe. We have any way or any diverse amount of people that you can talk to when you have a situation. If you got a question about life insurance, who are you going to go to?
Group me.
Yeah, I mean, of course, GroupMe, but like, let's just say, who's the expert on life insurance in this room?
You,
Yeah. Who's the expert on Medicare?
you.
No, I'm
I
not
don't
the
know.
expert. I'm not the expert. Life insurance, yeah, I've got 23 years on life insurance on pretty much everybody in the room.
I go to Tia.
He has got a lot of knowledge too, but she doesn't like us bringing her name up in the group. So
I still do.
the truth of the matter is, when I've got a question, I come to y'all and I ask y'all too, right?
Yes, you do.
The whole point of the matter is us, we play off each other's strengths, and I expect y'all to do that with each other. Kim is in here now. Kim has a world of knowledge.
The only thing she doesn't know how to do is change her name in the Zoom.
Well, we all have our weaknesses.
Oh, no. Her new nickname is 026643.
It's her inmate number.
Her new nickname is Richard. Do y'all not know what that means?
Dick.
No. Richard Petty, his number is 43. Wow.
I thought I was muted. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. But also I want to bring up John was going to share something with us today, remember?
Oh no, not today.
No, not yet. No. I've got John working on a special project that's not ready yet. And we'll talk more about that Monday.
Okay.
I have a request though, Brian.
Huh?
I have a request.
What
You know,
song?
I
Play it.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. What song, John?
Oh, that's funny. Like that question you just asked me, you know, how many people did you meet today? I think that that's definitely a weakness of mine. I don't leave my house often.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's a good weekly thing that request that you ask that every week to see.
I agree. To see how many people you talk to.
And
Yes.
you know, I did a goal sheet with Tia, you know, the other day, and I think I'd like to add that to my goals is 30 people a week, 30 strangers a week. I mean that'd be for me personally because, like I said, I don't leave often.
I'm going to show you something, John. You ready?
Yeah.
This is. You see what this is?
Yeah, your Facebook videos every morning.
Well, this isn't my Facebook videos, but
and the desire to help people. I'm looking for good quality people that want to change the world. I know that's a silly dream, but I think we can do it one person at a time.
so John, you see that I just posted this on our Facebook page, right? You can go over here to Facebook and you can create a page, right? And you can just get on there and videotape whatever you want to videotape. Check that out. Did I just age myself or what? You can record yourself and you could say whatever you want to say, John. You could say the sky's purple and I like butterflies. Post. And you interject your ideas out into the world. Do you know how many people you talk to, John?
Well, yeah, all the friends that are watching my post.
Yeah, and not just that, it goes out into the world because this is your business page and it just doesn't go to your friends. But the idea is if you don't go out and see a lot of people, that's fine. You could get on here and say whatever you want to say. You could teach whatever you want to teach. You can post up here, hey, I've got health insurance for young people. Call me at blah, 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 blah. Click here and it goes straight to your phone. You could put your post from, okay, so let's check this out. You could put this up here. Has anybody done this yet? You know what I'm fixing to say, right? Has anybody done this yet?
Done what?
Done what?
This is the NC Dental program.
Can't see anything. We can't see it, Brian.
Oh, I sent this dental program out. Remember when Victoria wanted all this crap for me to do when I was at the beach?
You told us not to do it.
Well, you can if you want, but I'm saying you could put stuff on here for like your post for like Health Sherpa. You could put your link for Sunfire right here, and people can click on this stuff, and they can self-enroll.
I did do that, but nobody did it, but I did do it.
Well, the idea is even if it doesn't work, you change it up.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
You change it up and you find out what works for the people that look at it. Like I hire people off of here, right? When I say this is your business, it's your business. You have to put yourself out there. And that might be uncomfortable. But guess what? Tough cookies. Life is uncomfortable. Going to Walmart and swiping your debit card and seeing D9 is uncomfortable, right? You should never be uncomfortable with you trying to help someone. And I'm not talking about being a sleazy salesperson. I'm talking about you truly wanting to help someone. You should be proud of that. That's a badge of honor. If you just know what I've got planned for April, y'all are going to be like, what? I promise. And it's all under that same premise. It's all under that philosophy. And I hope y'all,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and I hope y'all want to play with me because that's what I'm asking y'all to do. Come play with me. Let's change this world one person at a time. And I don't mean it's got to be 1 billion people at a time. One person at a time. That's all I'm asking. Change one person a day's life. That's all I want you to do. Is that too hard?
No, because that's kind of my goal.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Tia was talking about with John the other day and myself about, you know, having a goal sheet. And somehow when you write things down and show another person, it's a little harder not to make it happen or try if somebody else besides yourself knows about it.
Don't worry. I've got that whole thing addressed. That goal sheet is phenomenal and I do love it. But we're working on something about the goal sheet, putting it all together, putting it into a virtual office and holding people accountable. I'm working on it, but it's going to take a little bit of time. I'm really proud of each and every one of you. But I want to remind you, OEP is here. You have to get working. Now, Corona, in my opinion, is going to go way up. So hit the phones, talk to people, get them on the phone, get them interested in whatever you need to help them with. LIS. Do we get paid on LIS?
No.
But it's
What
the
is
first step in
LIS?
helping someone.
I promise you, if you help someone, you will get where you want to go because they will help you get to where you want to go. So a conversation is, hey, I'm not a telemarketer. I don't want y'all to be telemarketers. I want you to truly want to help people. And if you can enroll them in LIS and get them qualified for a Medicaid program, are you truly helping these folks?
Absolutely.
So make that your focus. Find the way you can help them. And the
I
more
not only
will come.
I not only put somebody in for Medicaid through LIS, but then I'm sorry, you know, the other one wasn't in Utah. She was in California. This one was in Utah. I did her LIS. And then I went to the Utah because she didn't really have a computer and I filled out her Medicaid for her and for food stamps. I'm not going to get paid on any of that. You know what? I don't care because in the situation she's in, she really needs that. Yeah.
You know what Brittany told me the other day?
Okay. No, we don't.
That's a cue, Brittany.
What I was telling him the other day is I had this person that was literally paying $100 a month for Humana. I went in, I helped her do LIS application, went ahead and switched her to WellCare so she could go ahead and start saving that $100. Well, then she got approved for Medicaid. Not only did she get approved for Medicaid, I've started printing out food stamp applications and keeping them and carrying them with me. Went ahead and gave her a food stamp application. She got her Part B back, got her Medicaid, got her on a D-SNP plan, and then she got $164 a month. So she just got back $500 a month versus what she was paid out beforehand.
Yep. And see, that's absolutely wonderful. And that's what I told this lady too. I told her too, I said, you know what? Because I spent some time with her and I don't remember, she says, I'm getting paid. I said, no, you know what? I said, I don't get paid on doing this, but that's not why I'm doing it. I said, because my job is not to get paid. My job is to help you. What I get out of that is my benefit of doing that is I get some money, but not always. And I don't care because I've just helped you. And she didn't even think about applying for Medicaid in food stamps. She just moved to Utah, but she has nothing. She literally went with the clothes on her back from a domestic situation. So I felt good about being able to get her some health care and maybe some food. And I don't care if I get money because you know what, to me, karma's better. So somehow or other, that'll pay me forward somewhere else.